Okay, it's Brent from PathandTarot, and we're going to be playing Beat the Devil with a full tarot deck, 78 cards. So we've got the playing card deck with the additional major arcana cards here to make it a full 78 cards. So you can play Beat the Devil a few different ways with the 52 card playing card deck, 56 if you wanted to add 4 more of the Knights or the Cavaliers, and you can also add your major arcana cards to that. So this means you could take your tarot deck that you have right now, whichever one you have, and play this game with it. It's a great way to kind of see cards come out and unusual patterns and sequences, and you can read your own cards that way. Create a unique spread. But because there's more cards and it's a little bit more difficult, we're going to use 12 piles. So that's how it works. We have a set amount of piles to draw cards into, and from there we just make matches. So if a card matches, you draw another card on top of it. So you'll see how that goes as we play the game here, and I'll run you through it. But the cool thing is with the major arcana cards, all of those cards match. So they create more matching possibilities. And it's thought to make it a little bit more easy, but that's not always the case. So let's just start and see how far we can get. So right now you're just drawing cards out, right on your deck. You got to use the whole deck, and then if it's something matches, then you just cover up that card with another card, and you keep going. So right now we've got we've got nothing really happening in terms of matches. So right now we've got the two major arcana cards matching, and there's no other possibilities. So we can't open up another pile until we cover up the match. So let's do that. So cover up the card here and here. So this is cool. We've got more matches available. Now we don't, so now we keep going. We just keep going. The interesting thing is it could be a little bit more challenging to use like an illustrated tarot deck, right, with images. That could be a little bit more difficult to determine, matches and all that. But it would be a little bit more fun, so you'd spend more time looking at the cards. I think that would be the cool thing that would be happening with that. Absolutely worth doing, that's for sure. So far not much has happened. We've had a few matches come about because of the major cards, but now we're starting to see a sequence happen. And when you see a sequence happen in this game, it's not good, because it means that however the deck got shuffled, configured, it just doesn't have a lot of matches. But we do got a match. The two majors have matched, so let's draw a card on top of each, and then we will reveal. So 8, we got 2 8s. So let's do this. Cool. 9s. So you get on a roll with this game. It's really neat, and that's for me. That's what's exciting, is how much of a run you can go on until it stops, like right now. And you'll get to a point where you've got lots of match possibilities, and you'll have to decide for yourself which one to cover first. And depending on that, you may block yourself. It's very interesting. You'll see. Hopefully I can demonstrate that for you. But yeah, right now, see, we've got a little bit of a sequence happening, but not really. So we'll see what else can happen here. 4. Okay, good. So that's good. I think we're doing okay. Like, we've covered up, like, we got 9 piles going. We can use up to 12 for this type of version of the game here. So yeah, there's like a sequence happening now. So that's not the best. So let's draw another card. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so this that's not good. Seven, Yeah, I don't think we're gonna win this one here. This will be the last card that will either let us continue or not. It is a full moon today, I believe, which is kind of neat. That's why I chose the moon background. Okay. Well, this is it. See, this is the exciting part of this game, is like the last card when you're not doing too well, and this is like it. I think it's kind of exciting. I get jazzed up a little bit. Ooh, yes, there we go. Our jacks saved us. But that's kind of neat that there's like a sequence happening, right? The Jack, Cavalier, Queen, Knights are the Cavaliers basically. But I didn't want to use two Ks. Do you know what I mean? King is already a K. C is a different letter, so it's easier. If that makes sense. Okay, so this is good. See how this is, we're on a roll here, right? So now we got two pairs, so which one do we cover? That's where the strategy and skill comes into play, but that's still, intuition still has to be a part of that, because you have to sort of guess with a lot of, forethought possibly. But let's do the threes. I feel like if we cover the three, that will... see what I mean? Great example, right, of how if I covered the sixes, I would have got the three threes. But that's okay. I would have rather have demonstrated... Well, I guess we would have demonstrated that anyways, had I got it right or wrong. So, king. So now we got a king. This is great. So we're going. We're motoring away into this. We're motoring. 7, 3... Yeah, so we're going to cover the kings here. And now we've got twos and tens. So let's do the twos. See if we can do that. There we go. So this is good. Now we've got the two matches there. 7, 8. Let's, yeah, tens. I feel like we should do a 10. There we go. Perfect. So that's a cool strategy, right? Is if you want to cover the other like the pip cards, the numbered cards, to gather up more major arcana cards, right? Because you can go on a run with them a little bit easier. But let's see what's going on here. So we got like 8, 9, 7, 3. Yeah. So we will have to cover these major arcana cards to move forward. So let's do that. So 7, okay, that was close. We almost didn't make it there. Three. So we've seen all the threes. So we could say for certain that there won't be any more threes. Queens. So yeah, we got to cover those queens. We got to save up those majors there. So we can go on a big run, get rid of more cards at once. 7, shoot. So we've got to cover up those 3 majors. And it's interesting because you can, card counting is sort of what you need to do to be good and apply skill to this game. And when you're dealing with like intuition, sometimes that's actually useful when you're doing tarot readings. To know that these are the cards that are out in front of you, and that if you were to draw more cards, like what's the probability of like something specific coming out, right? You have to kind of think in your head what that could be. Sometimes it makes a difference, sometimes it doesn't, but it can certainly add to your readings if you're using like a type of card spread that requires a certain amount of cards, and as they come out in order, you build up your story that way. So did we lose? No, we didn't. We've got the aces. Yes, the aces. Haven't seen the aces come out yet, so this is good. We've got two more aces in the deck, I believe, here. Yeah, that would be We didn't make it. No, but we've got the Cavaliers. So I didn't see that, but you know, we covered up our aces, which I think is a good choice. Okay, let's do the Cavaliers. Ooh, yeah. 1, 2. Okay, so we're gonna have to cover up the 2 majors here because I believe that's it. Jacks, good. We got jacks, 2 sevens. Okay, so let's do. Yeah, we'll do the jacks. I think it feels because we've had other jacks before. Ooh, the fool. That's cool to see that. An old soul who's gone through many cycles and adventures. It's very true. When I read the fool, I see it a specific way in the tarot because the fool's like this infinite being that is, you know, constantly thrown back into the world, having gone through this huge cycle of adventure and learning and experience. And when the fool returns back to, you know, its earthly form, it can't take that experience, you know, with them, right? It's like a blank slate, but embedded in their soul is this hidden potential that, you know, is revealed as the fool goes along the journey. It's a good card. It's one of my favorite. Well, we got 5s and 7s here, right? So I feel like we should cover the 5s. I don't know why. Oh, that's good. Oh, cool. We got Judgment and the Fool. That's a neat combination of cards. But we got 2s. I feel we should cover up the 2s. And we've got Queens. Let's cover up the Queens. Now you may be thinking, like, why don't you reveal cards one at a time and then kind of use the potential? Well, that kind of gets too confusing. So when you cover the cards, you reveal them, and then you can make a new pair from that. So you got to complete that whole sequence of action. So we've covered the piles, revealed the cards. Now we can make a new pair here, which we can do with the 8s or the 7s or the majors. So that's good. Like we're doing pretty well, I'd say. Let's cover up those 8s. And now we've got what's happening here? Just the 7s. Yeah, I think just the 7s, and then 5, 6. Yeah. So we'll do the 7s, and then I guess. Ooh, cool. 5. Yeah, we'll do. Cover up those 5s. And yeah, 9. Cool. All right, we're going. We're going. So yeah, the 4's here, I guess. That's a pretty big run of majors. I don't think I've had something like that come up. Ooh, look at that. Yes. Very good. Aces. Whoa! Holy smokes. We're gonna for sure win this one. Okay, so let's do it. Oh, there we go. Well, we won. We won Beat the Devil. So we don't have any more cards left to cover, so that's kind of it. Just we can reveal them and see what we got. That's pretty cool. We got, wow, this is, whoa, look at, this is weird. Oh my goodness, there's like so many just patterns, right? We've got the 2 Cavaliers, 2 10s, 2 6s, 2 Kings, 4 you know, major cards, Judgment, Justice, Temperance, Empress. Yeah, that's really neat. And all the elements are here. We've got water, air, fire, earth. The diamonds and the pentacles, and then spirit, which is your major arcana cards. This is pretty cool. This is, I would have to say this is maybe more like a meaningful result in how the cards kind of unfold. So not only did we win, we've got like a meaningful result in how the cards fell into place here. And this makes a unique tarot spread in a way too. So if you're ever bored with your tarot readings, turn it into a game and then play with the cards afterwards in this form. In real life, you can take the stacks and examine the stack and the sequence behind each card left. And you could gain a pretty deep understanding of something you want to ask the cards. And in this way, you've got, like, I would say, quite a high definition reading available to you using the whole tarot deck. And I think that's kind of a cool thing. There's something to be said about just having a few cards available to you in a reading, whether you're doing it for yourself or somebody else. But when you harness the full power of the deck, you can tell you have the full availability of the storytelling potential of the tarot and its meaning system, like the cycles that are embedded in that. But in this way, it's broken up into like modules that you can kind of play with, right? So you have the ability to create that restriction that you would get when you do a tarot spread with the limited amount of cards, but you can put it back into its place to take on a grander form, right? Put it back into its bigger structure in a Gestalt module way. Wow, that was a big word. That came from a little bit of schooling, so pardon my academics. So you can kind of create something that is bigger than itself in a way. That's pretty cool, right? This is a nice way to play with your tarot cards and spend a lot more time with them than you think you could ever have spent with your tarot deck. Because in a way, you get to see all these cards come out in a particular order, so you get to see everything happen, right? So it kind of shows you that one card is no better than the other. It's just part of a big sequence. So when you see the telltale scary cards, quote unquote, right? Like death. Maybe the Three of Swords, like the nines and tens of swords, right? Those kind of more foreboding types of cards. When you see them in a bigger context, in a sense of a cycle, it's a part of the cycle, so it doesn't carry with it that that negative feeling, because there's always a resolution to it. There's a reason why that's in place. Those are the more important parts of the storytelling that are the like the calls to action, right? So how do you resolve that Ten of Swords thought? You get that that's available to you when you have all the cards available to you and where it's placed. So yeah, here's the 10 right here, the 10 of Spades. So rock bottom, overwhelmed, buried, but it's now connected into a module here, right, of cards behind it, but it also has relationships with cards around it as well. So there's more to the story of that particular card that is thought to be, somewhat negative, right? The negative cards take on a more positive tone when you see them like that. So there you go. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm glad that we did this, seeing these types of patterns come up. I've never seen, this is like the first time I've ever seen the cards end up in this way, in this sort of very clear pattern. The odds of that happening are extremely low. Even winning, even winning like we have done is not easy, but we did it. So yeah, neat. So I'll see you in the next video, and enjoy your day.